There are all sorts of soap operas all over the world, and one of them can be found in Australia via Home and Away. This isn't just a soap opera, but a long-standing one that has been going on for over 20 years. No joke, and throughout its time, it's had a cast of faces both familiar to those in the Australian part of the world and to those of the world at large. But given how long this show's been going on, just what has the cast been up to then and now? Allow us to show you Home and Away cast then and now. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Roger Oakley. Home and Away originally focused on the Fletcher family and Tom Fletcher, played by Roger Oakley, who was the father. He was married to Pippa and the couple fostered 5 children. Tom appeared in the first pilot episode in 1988, but the character died in a car crash in 1990. The character did return, but only in the form of a haunting vision to one of his daughters, Sally Fletcher. Roger Oakley is a New Zealand-born Australian actor. He was born on 21st of August 1943. After Home and Away, Roger continued his acting career and played a politician in another Australian soap, Something in the Air. At age 75, he is still active in the industry and recently performed in a stage production of My Fair Lady. Number 9. Vanessa Downing. The character of Pippa Ross, played by Vanessa Downing, was married to Tom Fletcher. Pippa appeared in the pilot episode in 1998, and the character appeared in the show several times until 2009, although the part was recast with Deborah Lawrence taking up the role. Over the years, Pippa and Tom take on several foster children, and the character also has 2 children of her own. Pippa has been voted in the top 20 Home and Away characters of all time, and she's been described as kind-hearted but having had more than her fair share of grief. Vanessa Downing is an Australian actress of theater and screen, born on 5 of May 1958. Vanessa left Home and Away in 1990, apparently because she missed working alongside co-star Roger Oakley. She graduated as a lawyer in 2006 and now juggles a law career and her acting roles, which are mostly on the stage. Number 8. Deborah Lawrence. Deborah Lawrence took up the role of Pippa Ross in 1990 and stayed on the show for 8 years, as well as returning several times up until 2009. Deborah Lawrence is an Australian actor who was born on January 1st, 1957. Since leaving Summer Bay in 2013, Deborah starred in a comedy drama called Please Like Me. For this, she won the Logie Award for Most Outstanding Supporting Actress. FYI, the Logie Awards are the annual Australian institution celebrating Australian television, sponsored and organized by Magazine TV Week. In 2017, Deborah won a celebrity version of Hell's Kitchen Australia. In 2018, she joined the cast of Neighbours as Liz Conway. Number 7. Alex Paps. Frank Morgan, played by Alex Paps, was one of the 5 foster children of Tom and Pippa. He was the very first character to appear in the soap in the pilot episode. Frank was the series' first heartthrob with his trademark mullet. His storylines were full of romance, including a shotgun wedding where he was jilted at the altar and a failed marriage. The character left in 1989, but he also returned for brief appearances in 1991, 2000, and 2002. Alex Paps is an Australian actor born on February 11, 1969. He left Home and Away in 1989 to join the cast of Flying Doctors, an Australian TV drama. In 2005, Paps became a presenter on ABC's kids show Play School, alongside his former on-screen girlfriend in Home and Away, Justine Clark, who was Ruth Stewart. In 2018, he returned to Summer Bay to celebrate the Home and Away 30th anniversary. Paps said 20 years later, he was still recognized as the character of Frank Morgan, and he was never comfortable about the hype around the role. Number 6. Sharon Hodgson. Carly Morris, played by Sharon Hodgson, was another of the Fletchers' foster children. She was a regular in the soap from 1988 to 1991. The character of Carly went through a lot, covering issues such as rape, alcoholism, and child abuse, as well as a difficult marriage to soldier Ben Lucchini, Julian McMahon. Sharon Hodgson is a former Australian actress, born on 25th of August 1958. Since leaving Home and Away in 1991, Sharon Hodgson appeared in the soap for several guest appearances, with her last appearance being back in 2008. Sharon left the limelight to take up work as natural therapist and childcare worker, while taking care of her 3 children and foster children. Number 5. Katie Ritchie. Sally Fletcher was also one of the 5 foster children of the Fletchers. Sally was a good girl who was haunted by a troubled past. Sally became the longest running original female cast member as she stayed in the soap from 1988 to 2008. Kate Ritchie is an Australian actress, TV presenter, radio presenter, and children's author born on August 14, 1978. Katie won several awards for her portrayal of Sally Fletcher. Since leaving Home and Away, Katie has basically done it all: television, film, radio, writing children's books, appearing on a televised singing competition, and the Australian version of Don't Tell the Bride. She's even been the face of Vaseline. Kate also reprised her role as Sally in 2013 for a few months, much to the delight of fans. Kate has 1 daughter with her professional rugby-playing husband, Stuart Webb. Number 4. Ray Meagher. Alf Stewart, played by Ray Meagher, is perhaps the most recognizable character from Home and Away. He appeared in the pilot and has stayed on the show until present day, a whopping 31 years. He has the Guinness World Record for the longest serving actor in an Australian serial. Alf Stewart is sometimes seen as a bit of a grumpy character, but deep down, he's a big softie. He has some legendary Aussie slang catchphrases: Famin' Gullah, Stone the Flamin' Crows, and Strike Me Rowan. The character has been through the ringer, losing his wife, suffering from PTSD, reuniting with long-lost family members, a brain tumor, and being stalked. What is Ray doing now? He's still on the show. Ray has won multiple awards for his portrayal of Alf, including a Gold Logie Award for Most Popular Personality on Australian television. Ray has been on several other TV programs and has acted on the West End in a production of Priscilla the Musical. Ray's guilty pleasure is Christmas pantomimes, and he regularly travels to Blighty to take part in productions like Peter Pan and Aladdin. Number 3. Norman Coburn. Donald Fisher, played by Norman Coburn, is the stern but fair principal of Summer Bay, where he's given the nickname Flathead. Donald won a place in the 2002 Guinness World Records for his long-running portrayal, as he was in the soap from the start until 2003. After leaving Home and Away in 2003, Donald has appeared in a few guest appearances, but in 2008, he hung up his acting shoes for good. He currently lives on an island in Tasmania, off the coast of Australia. Number 2. Nicole Dixon. Bobby Simpson, played by Nicole Dixon, was a troublemaking, rebellious teen who is a bit of a loner. Bobby was popular because she always stood up for herself. In the soap, she searched for her biological parents, feuded with Ruth Stewart, and got married to her foster brother, Frank Morgan, Alex Paps. In 1993, Dixon decided to leave the serial, and Bobby was killed off in a boating accident. After leaving Home and Away, Nicole did a few more acting jobs and then left the industry to become an accountant and bookkeeper. In 2018, Nicole Dixon returned to the Bay alongside co-star Alex Paps to celebrate the series' 30th year anniversary special documentary, which was entitled Endless Summer: 30 Years of Home and Away. Number 1. Judy Nunn. Isla Stewart, played by Judy Nunn, was married to Alf. They were an inseparable couple, and Judy dealt with Alf's moody temperament well. The character was described as a much-loved mother figure. Elisa's storylines featured her being attacked, suffering depression, a car accident, dealing with a previous rape, and reuniting with her long-lost daughter. She died from a heart attack in 2000. After leaving Home and Away in 2000, Judy continued writing and has written adult fiction books and period fiction, some of which have become bestsellers. She also wrote scripts for episodes of rival Aussie soap Neighbours. In 2015, she was awarded a Member of the Order of Australia for her service to the performing arts as a scriptwriter and actor of stage and screen, and to literature as an author. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the cast of Home and Away both then and now, to see what they've all been doing? Have you ever watched Home and Away? If so, what was your favorite part of the show? Or who have been your favorite cast members of the show over the years? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.